Well, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. All right, let's do another freaking Transformer review because I love some freaking Transformers. Today we'll be taking a look at Studio Series Ironhide. All right, from the War Cybertron game. Very nice. Looks really good on the box, like display. A lot of open space in there, but that's fine. 28 steps to transform. I got the ratchet and everything. I'll show you some comparison and everything. I really like the ratchet mold, so there's some great artwork as always on the front and the side. On the back, got that beautiful stuff back there. Got 28 steps to transform and get the axe and everything. That looks freaking awesome. Really excited for that. And then this stuff right over here. Pretty cool. All right, well, I'm excited. Well, I'll be excited after the review. We will see, but hit those likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. It all helps out the channel. Definitely go check out Show Z. Hit, up there at the top, put Deluxe 32. It really helps out the channel with that and everything. Go buy some Transformers. I found this actually in stores. I found this at Walmart. I found this at Walmart, so really excited for that. So yeah, let's get right to it. And let's take a look at Studio Series Ironhide. All right, let's go.
All right, up first, as always, instructions. And I love their instructions. Usually like them. They got the, nice big pictures. You can follow real easy, simple. I like it. All right. First up, he gets two weapons. He's got this gun hand that you can replace the forearm with, and you can, do that thing if you want to. Just gray plastic, little sculpt work in there, no paint at all. You can put the blast effect on there probably right there. So that's cool. I'll show you that. And I do love the axe. Nicely done. It does have waffling throughout, but I love the sculpted. I love this orange paint, which they painted. That's really cool. I love when they go a little extra step in painting the weapons, but I do love the sculpt in there. You can take this out, put it through his hand, and he can hold the axe, so that's pretty cool. So there you go. That is what Ironhide comes with. Whee! All right, there is Ironhide. He rolls really good. Here he is in his alt mode, and I like it. I did like Ratchet. I just like this kind of assault vehicle or something like that. Off-road kind of thing going on. Looks really good. I love the Autobot symbol. I love this kind of honeycomb thing. That's painted right there. This gray right here, the silver is painted like gunmetal silver. It's nicely painted. I like that. Then you got this paint right here for the kind of the window, whatever, the cockpit right there. That's pretty cool. The rest, you do got a little red circle around the the rims. So that's really nice. Put a little paint right there. This red might be painted too. It's got a nice little metallic little feature to it, so that's paint right there. You do got some sculpt work in the back. Kind of wish they would have put some paint on this little honeycomb effect like they did in the front. That would have been pretty cool, maybe for the tail lights. That would have been nice and everything, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to get there. That's very nice. So yeah, I like it, man. Like I said, it does roll really good. You got the underneath, if you like to see that kind of thing. But I do like the alt mode, man. It looks really, really good. So what you can do the storage of the weapons, which if you like that kind of thing, kind of looks goofy, but you got two little tabs up here on the top and a little tab right there, and you just tab it in right there. Well, one more time. There we go. So you can use it as a gun too if you want to, and then you can take the gun that goes back here, and there's two little slots right here. Take that tab right there, and you can tab it in right there. Like I said, it kind of looks goofy, but options are always great for Transformers, and if you like to store your weapons in alt mode, there you go. But yeah, overall, I do like that. That's good. So there you go. There's Ironhide. All right, and there is Ironhide next to Ratchet. Like I said, I really do love the Ratchet mold and everything, so I knew I was probably going to like this mold too. But yeah, it looks really good. Tons of paint on this one too. And they look the same. Very nicely done. I love it. All right, as far as our weapons, so the guns are different. This is Ratchet right here, and this is Ironhide's. The axes are the same, but I think the orange, so this one is this is like a deeper, like a little darker, I don't want to say deeper, but a darker orange than what this is, kind of like a peach salmon color, everything. So that one goes with that one matches with that one. So, but same mold, everything, and you got the white plastic instead of the gray plastic right there. So yeah, there you go. There's the differences in their weapons and their alt modes, and they look good. Alrighty, always, there's Wheelie. We got Magic Square Prowl, New Age Toxitron, there's Red Alert from Siege, and last but not least, we have Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. Alrighty, and here is Ironhide in his bot mode. And it looks pretty good. It's got some good points, got some, eyesores, but there's the head sculpt. Looks really good. It got the nice gunmetal gray, silver. You got the nice, beautiful baby blue eyes. Once again, paint right here. You got the 80s woodwork and shoulder pads. That's pretty good. You got the Autobot symbol. Nice paint right here for the abdomen, area. Really nice. Going on down, got some thick old legs. Thick legs. She got legs. Knows how to use them. Here's the back of it. He does have a backpack and everything like that. You do got some waffles throughout. Once again, some thick, calves and everything. So very nice. All right. So articulation-wise, you can look down a little bit. Nothing up, which really sucks. I wish you could look up. I guess you could swivel about to right there. Then you run into the back of this. It's a really tight area right there, so just be careful with that. The shoulder pads are on a, kind of a hinge and ball peg, so you can move those out of the way if you want to, and they can move around freely if you want. You can go all the way up to there. Nice range for that. And then if you want to go, once again, you have to use this. If you want to go around, so you got to manipulate around the shoulder pad, so that's kind of weird. But you can go all the way around, or you can go up to about right there, like that. And that does untab. That's because of transformation. So make sure that tabs in pretty good. Like that. You do have a 90-degree elbow bend bicep swivel, which you can see some waffles. You do got that. Kind of wish they would have covered that up, especially that mushroom peg right there. The hand does swivel. You got this kind of a protective shield thing over his hand. I guess that's pretty cool, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. You do have a waist swivel. And I guess you got an ab crunch too as well. It kind of, starts breaking up the sculpt right there. But, you can use it if you want to. You just tab in, back in like that. But he can't look up, so really defeats the purpose of the ab crunch. But you can use that area for an ab crunch if you want. All right. Van Damme all day, every day. Kick up and kick back. No thigh swivel, but you have a knee swivel. Kind of take up for that. About 90-degree knee bend. Once again, some thick old legs. That is painted red, which is nice. I like that. You got a toe tilt down, just the toe, and a toe tilt up. And then you have a nice rocker, which is the whole foot. We'll do a rocker. So that's pretty cool. Like that. All right. He does got some long and strong, some dangly arms. He can scratch his own knee pad, or his own knee if you want to. So that's kind of weird looking. But anyways, so that's that right there. All right. So you got the gun. All right, like I said, you can do the thing if you want to do the thing. I guess it's cool. I think it looks ugly, but you basically just tab in right there, and you have a gun hand if you want to, or you put the hand back on there, and he can hold it too. So you have that option, and you do have an option to carry it on the back. It kind of looks goofy, but you got a little peg right there, and you just peg it in right here, and there you go. It's off to the side. That's weird. But anyways, with this, you just take it, like I said, you just take that right there, push it through the hand right there, and you got his axe, which I really like his axe. I love axe and swords, man. For Transformers, for some reason, it just feels cool. But there you go. There's that. So there you go. There is articulation and how you can use his accessories. All right, here they are together. We got Ratchet and Ironhide. There are some retooling, throughout, which looks really good. Some different paint apps, all that stuff. Like I said, he does have the gun arm too as well, but he's just holding the gun right there. Very nice. Got, some of the, arms and stuff and everything, the legs are the same, but he does have some retooling, especially the head sculpts are different, and that's really cool. And you got the backs right here. They're about the same. So very nice. Yeah, really cool. There you go. There is Ratchet and Ironhide together. All right, so we got a bunch of stuff. We got Studio Series 86 Prime we got back there. We got Siege Prime and Sideswipe. We also got Ironhide, also from Siege. Then we got Gears and Brawn. And we also got Prima Prime from Age of the Primes. And we got Tis McGee Redgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapagonics, Crappy Tool Paper, AAA Battery, Carmex, K-Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made it this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on this is Studio Series War for Cybertron, the video game, Ironhide. Overall, I like them. I like the mold. I like the Ratchet mold, and I knew I was going to probably like this guy. Love the alt mode. Like I said, I like the Cybertronian all-terrain kind of vehicle that it does. I really like that. Transformation is really fun, easy. Love the way the leg transformations, the way they flip out and the stuff, flips out, got some flip-flap stuff going on. I really like that. Pretty cool. Bot mode looks pretty good. Does got some waffles like, normally. He does got some thick old calves and legs and everything. Overall, that's pretty good. Like I said, I like the way it looks. The 80-to-1 working shoulder pads, they kind of get in the way. Or they don't really get in the way, but you can move them out of the way. They kind of weird. They're on this little hinge, little ball peg, everything, but you can move them out of the way. That's not too bad. The paint, pretty good. Got some nice red. Got the honeycomb red right there. Looks good. The nice, head sculpt, the gray and everything. You do got paint on the axe, which is really cool. I don't care about the gun hand. That's kind of a, I know it's for the game and everything, but I think it's kind of lame on the toys. But you don't have to use it, and that's cool because you can hold it or you can put it on the back and everything. Articulations, it's okay. It's basically on par with what the, War for Cybertron and all that siege stuff and everything what we have right now. So, not, too bad at all. But yeah, pretty good. Wish the head could look up a little bit. I wish you could, still looking down. I wish you could look up a little bit. That would have been pretty cool. But yeah, love the axe. Looks good. The gun, it is what it is. But yeah, for some reason, I love when a Transformer comes with a sword or an axe or something like that. It makes him more badass for some reason. But that's just me. But overall, I like him. Like I said, I like him going the ratchet. That's pretty good. So, hope you like my review. Hit me up some likes, shares, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Tell me thought of the review. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail freaking Transformers. And we're going to slash and dice the baby. What? No, I don't like the slash and dice or slash and slam and whatever. I don't like it. Oh, you got me. You just split them open. Ah. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, put you back together. Yeah, I'll put you back together sometime. All right. Good night, folks. You have a wonderful day. And as always, thank you.